Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Quijano here with Become the Banker, and I'm going to show you how to finance your next vehicle and get this without the bank. So today we're going to be talking about a $50,000 car at an 8.5% APR for 7 years. Some people are saying that's insane. I would never do that. Well, let me tell you, if you were the banker making that money, you absolutely would love that. So that payment is $700 and call it $80. It's almost a mortgage payment. But get this, most people finance their cars, and that's not far-fetched. So we're going to be talking about two strategies. Going through the traditional bank, financial institution, or guess what? Becoming your own banker and self-financing the purchase, just like I have done and thousands of others. So today, I'm going to show you the benefit of self-financing and taking a note from the wealthy and stop losing interest to somebody else, but pay yourself that exact same payment. So if you were to make that monthly payment of that $778 to an institution, it's going to be going to the bank month in and month out, every single month. It almost goes to a dark pit that you never see that money again. I'll tell you, I've been financing vehicles, cars throughout my life before I had this strategy, and I've never had a bank send me any money back. Isn't that the original trend? You give them money, and very rarely do you ever see anything back in benefit. Well, if you were to be able to send that same payment, instead of going to the bank, but back to yourself with the Become the Banker strategy, the benefit is it doesn't go to this bottomless pit. It goes back into your pocket so that you get to earn the interest. You get to recapture the principal that anybody else would have made off of you. So I'm going to look at the bottom line here just because I like to see the bottom figures, the final numbers, so you can see what's happening. At the end of 7 years, we know you're going to have a depreciated car. That's a depreciating asset. We all know that. So it once was a $50,000 car. Well, it's now turned into about $10,500 after 7 years. Not only that, but after 7 years, we thought we only paid $50,000, but in reality, we paid close to almost $65,000 for that car. Ladies and gentlemen, this is interest, as we all know. And not only that, but compound interest working against us. So if we can change this equation that you're not paying this number out to the financial institution, but instead you're paying this number back into your pocket, would that excite you? Would you want to know more about that? Please leave some comments in the links below because we want to show you how this can really benefit not only a car, but maybe college education, credit cards, student loans, and of course a mortgage. So looking at the bottom line here, you pay close to $50,000 for the car and almost a little bit over $15,000 in interest. Look at the figures here. If you were able to self-finance this with the Become the Banker strategy through your own concept here, you'd be able to recapture not only the money from the car, the interest, but also the depreciated asset, the $10,500. Bottom line figures here, you've got a total of almost $76,000, and with the vehicle over here, if you did it straight through the bank, only $10,500. I mean, night or day, you either get the car or the car and the money. And I'm sure you can all say that you'd rather have the car and the money instead of just the car. So how I found out about this was actually when I was 16 years old. I did this same exact equation, but to be honest, it wasn't a $50,000 car. It was actually more of like a $7,000, $8,000 car. First time vehicle, a Jeep, 1999, Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, 130,000 miles. And I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I remember going down to the table with my father and I said, you know what, Dad, I found the perfect car. How are we going to get this? If you have kids, I'm sure you've heard that before. How are we going to get this? How are you going to get this is what he said. You have to get a job, get a loan, keep up with payments. But he said, Jordan, I'll save you one step in that equation. I started an account on you and each one of your siblings when you guys were born, and I've been funding it all these years. You've got enough in there to just pay cash for that Jeep under two conditions though. One was he made me call the first bank at the time, that was our bank, and ask what monthly payment and what interest rate they would have charged me. And the second condition, I'm sure you can guess what he had me do. He had me pay that exact same payment that I would have paid to them back into my account. So after 3 years, I had the car paid off, I had the principal back in my account, I even had the interest that First Bank would have made off of me. And this is the power of this concept. I had the car and the money. So please, take note of this. Think of the endless opportunities of what you can do with this strategy and implement it in your own family and your own future. This is going to conclude today's video. Again, I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. You're going to get some powerful content just like today's video on how to make smart money moves. And please, always leave us some great comments or questions you might have in the links below. Thank you very much and have a great day.